A few months ago, we were walking around the neighborhood and there was a free blanket full of free stuff.
Yeah, so take this.
Yeah. Lorenzo got headphones. I can listen to the radio when I get home. So we take the radio and we put it in his bedroom and we plug in the headphones and he just sits there and he wants company for all this. So I'm like, he's listening, and just every once in a while he would react to something, and the only thing I remember him saying was, website?
Let's take a look at these postcards. There's a whale. Look at that whale.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that whale. It's from Tyler. Have you guys seen the 2014 movie Noah? This movie is bonkers. Yes, it is bonkers.
It is bonkers.
Yes, I've seen it.
We talked about it on the show. We had quite the debate. I don't know what episode we watched it on. But I was just thinking about our difference in opinion on it, which was weird because we had the same opinion about the movie, and I thought, that's why it's great. And you were like, that's why it sucks. Basically, our opinion was it's bonkers.
Okay, we've got the Playhouse Cinema there in Hamilton, Ontario. And oh boy, you should write on this with a pen. Because this golf pencil ain't cutting it. Matt Craig Tona just sending you a photo of my favorite cinema. Down by it if you're in Hamilton, Timothy.
I believe Hamilton, Ontario would be only 7 or 8 hours from here. We should go to the movies now that they're opening up.
I am surprised this was deliverable. Good job, Timothy.
It didn't make it to its destination.
And Candace.
Oh,
This is a collapsed house in Barview, Oregon, seeing a sudden end to its local hotel when nature took a hand. Look at that. A flood. Matt and Craig, hello from One Potato a Man Eats. Long time no write. Wow.
Hey!
Candace sent us the cross stitch. You sent this to us pre-P.O. box. I believe this was sent to Aaron Yonda.
Yeah?
This piece is what inspired me to open a P.O. box at the post office. Because I wanted there to be a place for people to send stuff like this. So thank you, Candace.
But he just wanted cross-stitching. All that other stuff.
For my 2-year degree, I took a film genres class for the humanities. After watching Sunrise, I had to review your episode. The film really impressed me. Jerry and I, good old Jerry, still watch regularly. Do you want a new frame for the cross-stitch? This frame is perfectly good, thank you. It's held up. And I look at every time I look at this, it makes me happy.
Nope.
Yeah.
These will help.
When you go to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com, there are all kinds of episodes there from our show, all 10 years of it. And there are PayPal donation buttons you can donate to help support our show. Here are some of our rolling monthly donors. They donate a little bit every month. Bridget, Liam, Marybeth, Luke, Austin, Abigail, Mario, Michael, Zach, Robin, Benjamin, Kevin, Jason, Reiner, David, Christine, Mara, John, Ferris, William, Andrea, Marie, Robert, Stephanie, and Keith, who says, seen it, performance with Mick Jagger. I haven't seen it myself, but kind of just want to see the Welcome to the Basement version. Also, the Americanization of Emily, Basement alum, Patty Chayefsky. I haven't seen either of those. Performance has been on my to-watch list for years.
Yeah, Mick Jagger. Thank you to all of you donors out there.
Let's open a couple of packages.
Let's do that.
This is a package from Michael Lafferty.
Ah.
This is not a piece of paper with a DVD cover on it. This is something else.
This is from Chris and Tom Frank of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And it's a tube!
It's a tube!
It is a piece of paper with a DVD cover on it. It is the complete 8th season of Welcome to the Basement and unboxing. Complete 4th season. Talkin' Rainbow Butt.
Yeah.
The world's best beardless men continue to watch movies from Dark Man to A Corner in Wheat and The Musketeers of Pig Alley. Their movie choices take them through a land with no rhyme or reason, full of talking boils and what may or may not be gentleman's porn. All the while, the fans send in lots of buttons. Matt believes that these goings-on are really just a bit of undigested potato. But Craig swears by the age of Golden Globus, the axe, that he will deal with these hitchhiking aliens. Will they receive their promised reward of ragu of beef?
Ragu of beef?
Oh, there it is. The long trailer.
Oh, yes, and it's you and me in it. And it's the hippopotamus.
Oh, yeah! I've included a book this time around. I loved it as a kid and find myself still enjoying it when I reread it recently, so I figured I'd send you a copy in the hopes that you'd enjoy it better than the movie. Or maybe the kids will like it. It's The Phantom Toll Booth.
I have been wanting to read this.
I showed the Destination Moon episode to my brother because he's a big fan of classic sci-fi. We both enjoyed the episode, but my brother was surprised to see that you didn't make any references to the They Might Be Giants song of the same name, even though you usually reference it. I believe They Might Be Giants was in the background for that episode.
Possibly.
Right now, there's only Season 9 left to make a cover for. Hard to believe that by the time this episode airs, I'll have sent covers for every finished season. Thanks, Michael.
Dear Matt, Craig, and Tona, as the past year prompted many of us indoors to spend time getting to things long put off, I found this gift that Chris and I meant to send you years ago when I saw Miracle on 34th Street at the Hollywood Theater in Dormont, Pennsylvania, right when your episode of it came out. This Lost Highway poster. Ooh, not what I was expecting.
Oh, nice.
Highway. I like to remember things my own way. Hopefully it's better late than never, but here's some dollars, just in case.
Dollars are never late.
I know you've heard it a lot, but it meant so much to us to have a slice of normality every Friday in your show, when the world was upside down. Thank you, Chris and Tom, Frank.
It's time for some questions.
Yes, it is.
This question's from Jordan Romaker. What is a project that you've imagined undertaking but never actually came to fruition because it was ultimately too ambitious or beyond your means?
We talked about this last time on the show.
Oh, I have several answers for this. This question will come back again. But right now, my answer is this. I was knocking around on my computer machine, and I found this old treatment for a TV series that I wrote many years ago, back when I was going to pitch meetings and things like that. It's a show called The Wagers of Sin. And it's basically The Devil Went Down to Georgia, the show. So the devil, he goes around the world, and he makes wagers with people for their souls. He can go anywhere in time that he wants, because he's immortal and he can do these things. He can also go to other dimensions. So he can go to King Arthur's court. He can go to Never Never Land. He can go to, like, fictional places.
Yeah.
The devil makes wagers for people's souls, and most of the time he wins. But sometimes he doesn't. And these are those stories. He's got two traveling companions who are two fellow fallen angels, Faustus and Zenobia, and they help him. And Faustus is secretly in love with Zenobia, and he can't figure out how to tell her. And Satan is also constantly having to deal with the angel Gabriel, who's this wisecracking sort of jerk who's always showing up and messing with him.
Yeah.
So I've got two sample episodes here. I'm not sure either of these is a pilot, but... All right, one episode is called The Devil Sells Honda. Satan bets a used car salesman that he can sell more cars than him in a day. Satan loses, and he must spend 1 full year as a used car salesman, giving his commissions to the guy who he lost the wager to. After a year, Satan starts to feel comfortable in his mundane existence and considers giving up his wanderings and settling down.
What I like about that is I know some car salesmen, and there are 1 or 2 of them that could outsell the devil.
This other episode is called Wild West. Satan gets in a card game with a down-and-out cowboy and loses. The cowboy's reward is that Satan has to lose to him in a gunfight so that he will become a famous gunfighter. Turns out acquiring a reputation isn't as easy as you'd think, and Satan has to let the kid kill him over and over again in increasingly more ridiculous ways in a futile attempt to gain fame. So that's an idea of mine that will never come to fruition, not because of lack of means, but more lack of ambition.
Jason Turchek writes, if you can cast any classic film with any actor from any era, who and what film would you pick? I would choose Burt Lancaster as my actor, and the role I would have him play would be Captain America. He would kick ass.
Burt Lancaster has that real all-American thing about him, but he also has a darkness and a broodiness.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that Chris Evans, Captain America, kind of lacks. We get a lot of records here at Welcome to the Basement in our P.O. Box, and we are going to talk about some of them. That's right, because Craig has listened to some of these with me upstairs on my new turntable.
I did. Stuck around and I drank and listened to records.
First of all, we've got Martha and her muffins. right there in Toronto.
That's right.
We listened to this, and we thought, I believe you say that it sounded a lot like The Waitresses?
Yeah, it kind of has that same kind of distracted sound. Kind of, I'm bored. With
These boys.
Yeah, I love that aspect of female new wave music of the early 1980s.
Yeah, definitely. Waitresses, Blondie, that's what you're hearing with Martha. And those muffins. Okay, next up we've got Casey and Clayton.
Speaking of Canada,
I like this quite a bit. Boy, Casey sounds a lot like Emmylou Harris. And this is folk, rock, country, kind of. Pretty much everything that Jeff Tweedy does well. He's the producer of this. And I think we really like this one.
I'm not remembering anything specific from it other than general happiness.
Yeah. And this is one I watched on my own.
You watched?
Yeah, I just watched it spin around.
Yeah.
The needle was not on it. I just watched it. I'm funny. It's called Free. It's by The Conductor. The Conductor. I don't like this. This is The Business.
Mm-hmm.
The Stallion. The whatever. I don't like it. I don't get it.
The with two E's.
Is it supposed to be funny? Is it just a pronunciation guide? There's a lot of people who do this. I don't like it.
The E Conductor.
That's the mantra of the old man. I don't get it, and I don't like it.
Yes.
But I like this record. Side 1 is so great. It starts off, Bonnie Prince Billy is on this. It's another name I'm not crazy about. It doesn't match what he... Bonnie Prince Billy.
Mm-hmm.
But the type of music that he makes, it doesn't sound like that name.
He's not a Bonnie man.
No, he's not at all. This starts off as like standard kind of singer-songwriter stuff. There's songs that you would hear in 1979 by Cat Stevens or something. And then he does this crazy like polyrhythm song with all these drums, and it sounds so great. And I was just really blown away by this. And then we get to side 2. It's a big disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll listen to side 1 of this any old day of the week.
Side 2, only Thursdays.
Now, a lot of people have asked me over the years. They say, I want to send something into the P.O. Box or whatever.
But I hear it's haunted, and that the ghost will come get me through my mailbox if I send it to the P.O. Box.
No, the P.O. Box is not haunted.
No.
And they say, I want to know what records Matt has. I want to know what he wants. I don't know these things. So I have set up a Discogs wish list, and you can see it in the link to this video. These are records that I don't have that I'm interested in having someday. Now, I very hesitantly bring this up because I do not want to give the impression that I'm saying, you like to watch my show, you should buy me things. I just think this is something that a lot of people might be curious about, so the list is up there. You can take a look at it, and that's that.
A registry. But the registry is guarded by a witch.
No, it's not.
It is.
It
is. You have to answer her riddle, but it's a really simple riddle. It's the one about the legs. We have more donors, and I'm going to tell you their names. Neil, Grace, Mary, Adam, Nathan, Scott, Samuel, that's Samuel, Clayton, Abraham, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Eric, Ashton, Wilson, Anne, Maura, Amber, Brian, Gil, and Harrison.
Okay, let me have that box.
Did you have that box?
Let me have that box.
Let me have that box.
This is from C. Black, Las Vegas, Nevada. I hope it's full of chips. Letter to Welcome to the Basement. This is a printed email. Over a decade ago, when YouTube treated me by suggesting Blame Society films, I was an instant fan. When I noticed Matt Sloan's name in the Chad Vader credits, I wondered, is that the creator of the cult film Hobgoblins? A quick Google search later, and I see no. That is Rick Sloan. So thank you for what you do. I thought you would enjoy Rick Sloan's entire Hobgoblin collection. There is a sequel. Yikes. Yep, we've got the Hobgoblins. Hobgoblins 2, both autographed.
What?
Seemingly by Rick Sloan.
Rick Sloan.
No relation. Hobgoblin's little picture there.
Whoa.
Autographed by the man himself. And look at this. Hobgoblins, the soundtrack.
What? Ow.
This is indeed the entire collection. Chris has done some origami of his own. Look at those dogs.
Oh, rough.
Origami. These look like dogs. I assume these are dogs. They might be hobgoblins.
We have a package here from Joe Dean. A couple of movies for Sci-Fi July.
These are timely.
Tron. Tron 2. Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest.
By Grabthar's Hammer. I have seen it.
I have also seen it, but maybe we should put this aside, talk about it on another Seen It, because I would love to talk about it in more detail.
So many packages, so much fun. Postcards, messages, it's great. Thanks for watching Unboxing, and you can watch Welcome to the Basement coming up this coming Friday. That's going to be a good one too. And right now,
It's time
to say goodbye.